Horizon Gents, welcome to Suji Reaction, and this is Literal Animal Planets Wildlife Wednesday by the channel SamONella Academy. Here's another Sam video. He's gonna talk about literal animal planets. What does that mean? What, he's gonna put animals on some planets or something, or make planet out of animals? I don't know. Let's see. And yeah, remember people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. And you'll be supporting my channel, I guess. Check out the cards for all the playlists I've created, like SamONella. I guess I've reacted to all of his video by now, pretty sure, I don't know. And yeah, check out the end cards, check out the link in the description with other videos. And yeah, let's watch this one.
Hey kids, it's Wildlife Wednesday, so today I decided to make some animal planets. No, not that animal planet. What I mean is, if you took every member of a certain group of animals and just rolled them into a single ball in space, how big would that sphere be? And I got some interesting answers, but before I show you my findings.
Alright, so let me get this straight. He has made some animal, type of videos in the past about the shrike, that bird thing, and there was, Fidel Castro and cow-related things. So I guess around this time, okay, you know what? It's Wednesday. I do these things called Wildlife Wednesday. Let's talk about some animal. He just looked around and he just snapped. You know what? Screw this. Let's just see how we can just join together all animals and how big of planet can there be. That's it.
Findings. I'll quickly go over my process. So first, I found the full population of a given creature or set of creatures.
That's a real
thing.
Then
I would take the average weight of that creature and multiply the two together to get the total mass of that creature on Earth. To go from mass to volume, however, you still need the density of whatever you're measuring. Fortunately, the density of all animals is quite similar, partly due to the fact that the vast majority of creatures are at least 70% water by weight. Couple that with the fact that the ratio of fat, muscle, and bone or exoskeleton in all creatures is at least vaguely similar, and we can estimate the density of all animals to be around the same. Water is exactly 1 kilogram per liter, and then I'm throwing in a plus or minus 0.1 as a rounding error for the other material involved. As such, the values at play here are going to have two significant figures at most. I've included a link in the description to a spreadsheet with all my data and calculations. Quick disclaimer before we get started, a lot of this is based on estimation.
Yeah, he does have a spreadsheet. Zipisha.com. Let's check it for 1 second. What is that? Blue whale, 10,000, elephant, 550,000, 37,000 Asian, cats, camels, chickens, horses. Okay, this is weights, 150 tons for whale. Okay, 4.3 tons for African elephant, 2.3 tons for Asian. Really? That's big of a difference? Okay, so there are weights, and then he does the volume resulting sphere, diameter resulting sphere. Okay. Bonus matrix, Great Pyramid, 139 meters. Why why bonus matrix like that? Yeah, okay. Alright, fine. He went to detail about this thing.
Particularly in the case of animal population. It's actually quite difficult to get a definitive count of a given animal on Earth, so all of the following is simply based on science's best guesses. Also, this is by no means a comprehensive list, it's just those that I could find the most reliable data on. One more clarification, the amount of specificity...
he doesn't take insects into the account. Insects are way too many, about 10 or so quintillion, I guess. No. Was it that much? Yeah, I think it was 10 quintillion. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Something like that. The number is pretty high, so I'm pretty sure they must be weighing something. Obviously, insect doesn't weigh much, but with that number, it must be something. So, that would be big enough volume for something. If you roll up all that insects into a ball, it must be big enough.
I give is the amount I apply to a given sphere, right? So whereas a blue whale sphere is just that one species, An ant sphere would cover all types of ants. That being said, let's roll. First up is the blue whale sphere. Although they are freaking gigantic, there is only like 10,000 of them on Earth. So the sphere only came out to around 140 meters in diameter. That's about the same height as the Great Pyramid.
That's why he had those metrics there about Great Pyramid.
That is the elephant sphere, which came out to around 170 meters. Next up is the domesticated cat sphere at around 180. That's only slightly smaller than the Roman Colosseum, which was 190 in diameter. Next up is the camel sphere at around 260 meters. Slightly larger was the domesticated dog sphere at 280. Then the chicken sphere at 330. The horse sphere is at 370 meters in diameter.
Still?
Larger than that was the...
Yeah, I understand the chicken thing because, you know, entire world eats chicken, I guess. So there are tons of them. Horse in the past I would understand, but nowadays with cars, are there many horses around? Ant sphere, there you go. See, that's what I was saying. And there's just ant. Look at how big a sphere it is compared to the other.
Which came down to around 420 meters. I almost didn't include this one as it is very difficult to find a definitive answer on ant populations. All the sources I found differed by like an order of magnitude or two, so I just averaged them out. Anyway, though, imagine like falling back first into this thing and just having all the little minuscule creatures just consume you into their mass.
Ah, shut up, man.
Feeling itchy yet? You should. Anyway, this ball was just shy of the Empire State Building, which stood at 440. Next up is the sheep sphere, which got up to 650. Close to that is the Vatican City, which is...
Yeah, I mean, all the farm animals, they are going to outnumber everything, especially cows, the cattle. I mean, they are ridiculously way too many of them.
663 meters across. That means the Vatican is just big enough to hold all the sheep in the world. If that's not a metaphor, I don't know what is. Near the top of our list is the Antarctic Krill planet, which reached about 950 meters. The People planet was just a smidge larger at 960. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that there are 7.4 billion people in this sphere, it would only take 585 of them stacked toe-to-head to reach the height of the sphere. Anyway, though, you'd think the human planet would be the largest since, for our size, we're so disproportionately represented on Earth. However, our largest planet is actually due as a result of our giant population, as well as our voracious appetite. The Cow planet, you see, is at a diameter of about 1.2 kilometers. That's around 2/3 of the length of the Brooklyn Bridge. So all this time, you humans thought you ruled the Earth, when in fact, we are merely the servants to our...
I'm not gonna lie, compared to the other planets, I thought, you know, as soon as it started to go into the farm animals like sheep, and you know, cows and things like that, the planets would be ridiculously bigger compared to them. And obviously humans would be ridiculously big too, since, you know, we are big enough creatures and there are 7.4 billions of us. But yeah, I guess it makes sense, and since like I said, 10 quintillion, that's the something about, you know, that's the amount of all the insects in the world. So ants must be, you know, dominant of that, and ant would create that kind of sphere. So, you know, I think other makes sense too.
Our cow overlords. I'm SamONella, and thank you for watching.
That was a weird video, but okay, he went really detailed and scientific about this. I love this. I always love science videos, so I guess this is one of them too. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be margins here and there, but yeah, this was pretty damn accurate. I mean, he basically just, you know, I mean, it makes, you know, it helps when, you know, all the life in the world is basically somewhat same, 70% water here and there, and then you just, you know, see the basic number of them, like, you know, best case of people, how many of them are there, and just, you know, do the basic, you know, volume, you know, weight, volume number ratio, I guess, and yeah, you get planets. This was a fun video. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out other reaction I did. There's a link in the description with all of my videos. Check out the cards for all the players like SamONella, you know, internet historian, let me know, SCP, you know, other things like history and things like that, unbiased history Roman. And check out the end cards, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you next time.